Good morning. Let's continue with Shadowrun Returns. Last time we found out that our friend had died, and we were looking for his murderer. We went to a brothel, probably. There were some people there who may have information. One of them being Coyote, who's also missing. Suspicious. So we're now looking for Coyote to find out if she knows what happened to Sam. So let's see if we can find Coyote. She's having trouble with Paco, her long-term boyfriend. Her boyf. Right, what else did we have here? Find and question Coyote, speak with Mrs. Kubota. Mrs. Kubota. Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Okay, let's hope it gets me there in time. What's with all these red warnings on the TVs? Take the cab, find and question Coyote. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market, an immersively quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadow of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now, it's a market for all things, legal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. Join us and change the world. Oh, it's one of those people. Cherry Bomb didn't like them. Refurbished flowers for sale. Synth juice for sale, just fab today. I really wish I had like a map of some sort, because I've got no fucking idea where I am. Like, do I go up or down? I like to explore everywhere, you know? Who's this guy? That's Paco! Okay, we'll go to him later. I got a dog on a stick here. What's going on here then? New objective, learn about Pike Place murder. A tall, emotionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the organ grinder's coroner, Dresden. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. What happened here, officer? Homicide. Now move along, please. I'm here to see Coroner Dresden. And who might you be? It's alright, officer, he's with me. Dresden steps up to the barrier with a warm grin. The officer looks at you with a poorly concealed skepticism. Okay then, make it quick. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged cleanly out, and you notice a string of bite marks along her left arm. Bite marks? Fucking hell. Let's go talk to that elf first. The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? Now why would you want to know something like that? Elf giggles, a strange high-pitched warble you would not expect to emerge from his misshapen face. Oh, just a hobby. Never mind that, though. A good evening to you and your friend the coroner. The plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. So you're the one who's been working for the dead man, eh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Aguirre. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as the crime scene's going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? Can you tell me about the murder that took place here? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. Didn't need Dresden to figure out that much. He's been looking at the body though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of the scene and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. I take it you and McCluskey don't exactly see eye to eye. Let's just say McCluskey and I have conflicting interests. Do you have any leads on the Ripper that I should know about? Ha! Plenty, if you ask McCluskey, but the truth is we're as clueless as you probably are. Thanks for your time, officer. Hey, hold on a minute there. You haven't put in a donation for the Lonely Orphans Fund. Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, see? You make a contribution to the fund, I put you on a list and let you know next time we find any orphans that you might be interested in. I'm always interested in finding out about any new orphans you discover. Excellent. Shall we say 300 Nguyen? Alright. His face splits into a wide grin. Excellent. I'll start an account for you. We get any useful new leads on the Ripper, I'll give you a call. Now, I'd better get back to work before McCluskey shows up. See you around. So what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of the dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I take it I've stumbled across another Ripper murder. Yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I gotta hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. What do you know about the victim? Oh, not much. Dresden scratches his head absent-mindedly, probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden. Worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was leaving work when it happened. Can you tell if she was subdued in some way before her eyes were removed? That's the strange thing. There don't seem to be any sign of a struggle. Not a single bruise on her body, yet she was clearly alive when the eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly thereafter. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far from home? Yeah, well, I don't really mind the change of scenery. The coroner for the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I cover for her on this one. Plus, I want this sicko caught. What about the bite marks on her arm? Ah, completely unrelated. It appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley, sometime after her death. Any sign of magic use here? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now there's an interesting thought. No, nothing obvious though. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up he'll call in a full magical forensics team just to be sure. So the Ripper takes Sam Watts' liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. Did you notice a particularly ugly elf standing over there in the crowd earlier? Huh? Where? He's gone now, but he was asking about the body, wondering which organ grinder's facility it'll be taken to. Interesting. Well, there's those who might be interested in purchasing some of her parts, sure. but that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a murder. An ugly elf, eh? I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back around. Sergeant Aguirre over there seems pretty friendly. Can I trust him? Yeah, it sounds about right. Any opportunity to get in McCluskey's way, you'll take it. A bit sleazy, sure, but I'd take Aguirre over McCluskey any day of the week. Thanks, Dresden. Hey, I figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get this scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper in a cell, sure, but he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murderers. Good luck out there, eh? Dresden starts to turn back to the body, then stops. Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon before he shows up. Okay. Bye. Thanks for the help. Want to buy some bacon, tomato, lettuce? No. Not really. The orc before you wears the standard Stuffer Shack employee getup. The uniform is well kept and well fitted, but the tears streaming down his large, crooked face do little to improve his appearance. He does not seem to notice your approach. Hoi, friend. Everything okay? No. The orc takes a deep breath before looking up. That's my friend on the pavement over there, Blind Lucy. We worked here 3 years together, and now, well, I guess the Ripper got her. Blind Lucy? Well, Lucy wasn't completely blind, but she was legally blind. She had to wear these huge glasses and hold things right in front of her face, but she got new eyes about a year ago. Any idea how she scored the new eyes? Nah, she wouldn't talk about it much, just called it a stroke of luck. I guess that luck ran out. Seen anyone strange in the store lately? I see weird stuff every day. It's a stuffer shack, but no, nothing stranger than usual. Did she have any enemies? Well, I'm not sure. I know she had an ugly breakup with her boyfriend after getting those new eyes put in. That guy was pretty upset for some reason and wouldn't leave Lucy be until she filed for a restraining order. That all seems to die down a while ago, though. When was the last time you saw her? Here at the shack earlier today. I think she was heading to the market to meet a friend. Hell, I was going to join her on my way home, but we got some last-minute customers. That's all I needed to know. Thanks for your help, and I'm sorry for your loss. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be part of the investigation, would you? In my own way. Why do you ask? Well, Lucy had this necklace, an intricate little carving of a dragonfly on it. Wore it every day. Said her mum gave it to her when she left Denver. Anyway, you know how Lone Star is. All of her stuff will be bagged and placed in evidence storage until the Seventh World awakens. I just thought if you could somehow get that necklace back before Lone Star clears everything up, I could send it back to her family. I feel like I owe her that much. If I find it, I'll bring it. Thanks for your help, friend. You know where to find me. Hey guy, you got any extra Nuyen? Just need some screw zoom from the shack over there. How do I know how much I've got, though? Oh, 270. Yeah, I have 10. Thanks, Chubba. No problem. You scan the ground near Lucy's body and spot a small wooden object, mostly hidden beneath the dead woman's hair. This must be the necklace Frank was talking about. A thin broken cord trails off to one side. It must have snapped during the struggle. Quickness 4. Pretend to drop your PDA, then quickly pocket the necklace while bending down to retrieve it. You pick up the necklace. It's an intricately carved piece of wood in the shape of a dragonfly, with small turquoise stones set in its eyes. The wood feels very sturdy for its weight. Sturdy. The wood feels very sturdy for its weight. With genuine wood such a rarity in the Sixth World, this piece might be worth quite a bit to the right buyer. No, we're being good boys this playthrough. I've got it right here, Frank. You can send this to a family now. As he takes the necklace from you, you can sense a weight lifting from Frank's shoulders. I'm glad I can do this much for Lucy at least. Thank you, friend. I owe you. Happy to help. And now that I've got 5 karma, I think I can probably pump up my body. Maybe we should have a look at what our options are actually. So all of that is just like extra hit points until we get to there, which is my maximum. Right, got it. And then quickness. Okay, I see. So fucking hell, trolls can go to 17 for body. I got it. I got it. I understand. I understand. Nothing else down here. Right. I guess let's go talk to Paco then. That's where we came in from, I believe. And then this is a dead end. Okay. The kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself, dandelion eater. What do you want? You wouldn't happen to be looking for Coyote, would you? That's none of your fragging business. Who the hell are you? Relax, we're on the same team. I'm Wolf. I was just at the Union. Your girlfriend's gone missing and I'm trying to help find her. The tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paco. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing? Oh man, that'd explain. She was supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? If she's missing, I need to find her. Do you know a fixer named Mr. Delilah? Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Blake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs though, so I got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute, Drek! I know where she went. Damn! Why couldn't she wait? Damn it! Slow down. Where did she go? The Royal Apartments. The landlord, Stevie J, runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for runners to steal some sort of item out from under Stevie J's nose. She must have taken the job, I'm sure of it. And if his thugs caught her... There's a grim determination in Paco's eyes. I'm going over there. You coming? So we've got, I'm in, don't worry. Let's do this before I change my mind. I hope you get Coyote back, but you better be able to handle yourself in a fight. Coyote had a receipt for some zebra meat from a place called Maury's Meat Market. Ever heard of it? Zebra meat? What? Look, that shop's just down the block if you want to check it out, but I'm going to the Royal, with or without your help. What's it going to be? I'm in, don't worry. We'll get it back. Damn right we will. Optional. Find Maury's Meat Emporium. Look for Coyote. Come on, Paco. Wait, what are you, Paco? What are you? A human male what? How do I know what class you are? Good at dodging. That's good. Throwing weapons, close combat. How do I know what class I am? Like, I know I picked it at the start, but where does it tell me? I don't know. Right, okay, never mind. Come on, chickadee. Patrick. Hey, Patrick. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, complete, undivided attention. Sir, you're a beautiful elf, but you could be so much more. That sounds great! Tell me more! Wonderful! The Universal Brotherhood is a family encompassing all metahumans, sexes, and sexualities. We all strive to be the very best we can, to live more fulfilled, happy, and productive lives, and to support each other in doing so. The first step is to simply come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrian will be speaking about the importance of family in the sixth world. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. Where's the Meat Emporium? The small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals. Oh, it is this. From cow and canine to exotic and paranormal, the pictures on the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man, my friend just has a question. You must be Maury. Do I look like a fat old man to you? I'm Manny. Maury's my dad. Now what do you want? What would someone want to buy zebra meat for? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. The flamers go crazy for the stuff for some reason. Ah, Drek. That's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhounds Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royal, and if she never picked it up. Whatever. Anything else? Do you know someone named Coyote? Nope. Don't go in much for that shaman stuff. I have a receipt for an order of zebra meat. Still have it for me? I'll look it up. Yeah, I got it right here. 2 days past the pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Here, it's all yours now. What's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What the hell's that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our Nuyen. My dad stood up to them, and he's still in hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do dreck about that even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. You're right. Let's get going. I've got 3 karma points. Lovely. Wait, what's my next level up? Because I think I want to do body and quickness and properly pump up those. And rifle. Let's focus on body, I think, first. Can't save while in action. What? Running? Oh, here it is. Come on, guy. Let's go find Coyote. I'm ready. The Royal Apartments. You roll up on the most impressive bit of tenement squalor you've seen in a long time. There are few street lamps here, and what light there is flickers with uncertainty. Most of the buildings are damaged and tagged. The smell of old rotting trash mixed with you don't want to know is overwhelming. It's no wonder people living here turn to BTLs. Anything better than this. This better than life chip is the newest drug on the market. You don't need a good life. You can slot someone else's, live through them, and wreck your brain in the process. The front doors of the Royal Apartments aren't even locked. As you step inside, you can hear a junkie crying for another hit. It's time to find Coyote and find out what she knows about the night of Sam's murder. The Royal Apartments, what a hole. Can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. Paco trails off. These poor people, what a waste. If Coyote's here, we have to hurry. She's good, but keep Paco alive and find Coyote. She's good, but, well, these BTL guys pay to stay well informed. They may have known she was coming. Hello. The woman scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. Please, can you spare some Nguyen? My credit stick's a little light too, lady. What can you do for me in exchange? I got nothing left to give, guy. It all goes to BTLs, everything. Just a few Nguyen. Maybe I can cred you for some information. Have you seen a woman come through here today, armed and looking for trouble? Yes. No! Hell, what do you want me to say? I'll tell you everything. Everything. Please. She drops to her knees, pleading. Sorry, but I can't help you. You should leave this place if you can. But that doesn't make sense. The BTLs are here. I just need something. She collapses, whimpering, and seems lost to this world. Like a lazy pigeon, he watches you approach. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. Easy, Gramps. Just looking for information, then I'm gone. Bad day to come around here unexpected. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Stevie's men are twitchy. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. I could tell she weren't here for BTLs. Don't know how she got upstairs, but there was a lot more gunfire than there usually is this time of day. That's not good. Did you see her come back down again? Nope. A couple of Stevie's men came around, asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. She's my only lead right now. Can you help me out? You've been right friendly, but I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. You've already stuck your neck out to help us. We'll find another way. Bugger, I'm not charismatic enough. Looks like there's a hole in the wall behind this old dresser. The wall is crumbling here. Through a hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up. The wall is crumbling here. Through a hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up, but it seems it can only be accessed through the locked apartment next door. Well, who's that? That looks like a girl. Is it her? This place is filthy. What a dump. Stop your pleading. Your boy has debts and we're collecting. Please, Riker, no, he's my son. Get your ass back to your squat before I break something else. I'll send him upstairs instead. You want me to give him to Stevie? Maybe after he kills that girl we caught. You pig! Give Zipper back now, or you'll bleed on me. The Zipper's gone. Get yourself a new kid. He covers his face with his hands. Oh God, no. Please, no. BTL junkies twitch in the throes of their sordid dreams. One bored man stands ready to administer another chip if the creds are good. Oh God, make it stop. Haha, not yet, kid. Haven't seen you before, guy. Looking to go somewhere special? A scream echoes through the pipes of the rotten walls. Hard to tell where it came from. What was that sound? He smiles with his mouth, but his eyes say predator. Who knows? Could be anything. Probably someone riding the wrong end of a Yakuza execution BTL. We get all kinds here. I can hook you up if you're interested. I think I'll have a look around and think about it. Listen, slut, this isn't a stuffer shack. Buy something or get out. Hey, don't touch that. I'm still gonna touch it. Hey, don't touch that. I've decided I need to kick your ass. The elevator gleams at the end of the hallway, out of place among the filth. The elevator slowly grinds into motion. What do I do? Where do I go? He's got one action point left. It's not very good around here, is it? Do you have any other weapons? Oh, you do. You did next to nothing on him. Well done. Just tied around here for a sec. Hi, guy. I missed. Why did it zoom to over there? Royal Elevator passcode. Right, these are just a bunch of old junkies. How do I get in here, though? You access the computer. BTL library. The database has a vast array of BTLs covering all topics from disturbing and sad to romantic and adventurous. Send a sad one. Maybe it'll like wean them off it. Oh no. Recording studio. Reboot the software. The buzzing and humming of nearby electronics comes to a swift halt. Who are you? Get out! Can't you see I'm working here? Leave now and never come back. And hurry. Before I change my mind. Oh, okay, guy. I'm gone. I don't know who you are, but thanks. You got lucky today, kid. If I were you, I'd play it safe from now on. You don't get lucky twice. Oh, I don't think I can move. Can you at least tell my dad? I can. I have a BTL recording. Right, where's Daddy dearest? Are you in here? This is my home. Get out. Cool it. I saved your son from those thugs across the hall. I don't know how to thank you. Is that it? The sound effects are amazing. I keep hearing like dogs barking and stuff and thinking it's coming from outside. Right. What have you got to pay me with, old man? This combat stim increases quickness for 5 rounds. What would you like to do? I will send it to my stash, please. Get to the top floor, find Coyote, blah 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 blah. The panel appears to be connected to the elevator nearby. It spots a numeric keypad and an intercom button. Enter the passcode. Looks like the elevator only goes to the penthouse. Yep. Wolf, if we go up there, I'm not leaving until we find Coyote. I know. I know, bud. I know. Don't worry. The penthouse suite. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time, classic even. But now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish, and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marring the penthouse's pseudo-luxury is a woman's cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter. Someone's being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. That's some karma right there. Let's give myself some more hit points. He said, "There they are." A raspy, manic voice booms over the penthouse PA system. "You really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? Do you know who I am?" Who are you? Don't you know who I am? Nice. Excuse me. Get out of my face, crund. Let's stick you with your baseball bat because you clearly love it so much. And then... do you not have any abilities at all? Missed twice at 70%. My RNG is so bad. Burst fire. 1 bullet, single target, 2 attacks in 1 action that increases the chance of critical, uses 5 bullets. How much ammo do I have? No, I can't! And with a single bloody gurgle, Stevie J is no more. Do we have just sticking combat mode now? How do I un-combat mode? Delete Stevie J's passcodes. Very nice, very nice. Hello, Poppet. Sorry about that, pal. Can you see anything? No. Go on then, you get back over here. Wolf, you come and investigate, like... The room beyond the bars is a stinking jumble of burned flesh and dog flop. An enormous hellhound, its fur streaked with whip marks, growls low. The eyes of a second hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. Shove the zebra meat through the bars. The hellhounds devour the zebra meat in a few massive bites. They let out a contented growl. And then open the door. I'm gonna guess they're friendly now. Wipe out the gang completed. Oh yeah, baby. Right, let's actually go and investigate this apartment now. Now that we're not in combat mode constantly. Does look like a little bit of a shithole, doesn't it? Say, purge the metahumans! Purge them! Okay, there's fuck all here. Hi, Coyote. About time you got here, Paco. Who's your friend? I'm Wolf. I'm here to rescue you. Star Wars reference, nice. Yeah, and who said I needed rescuing? Guess it turns out I did though, thanks. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Mrs. Kabuto has that med lab in the basement. No. No, I need to finish the other thing I came here for. I need to find something for Mr. Delilah first, a stash of gems. Delilah, I thought you said you'd never do another deal with that man. Look, Paco, I needed an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Her voice is still strong, but her body's beginning to shake. Paco, help her get back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you and meet you there. Coyote looks as though she's about to argue, but says nothing. Come on, Coyote, let's go. Some loose neon is laying on the crate. Marvellous. It's just old junk. The advanced medkit that heals you or any team member, consumed when used. What would you like to do with this? I keep forgetting I've got grenades. I guess let's swap it with that. Right, if you were going to be some gems, where would you be? What is this anyway? I can't quite tell. Is it a passageway leading in somewhere that I'm just not allowed to go into? Ow! The fuck was that? Ow! Fuck off, Serrano. Rare stones. You find a small velvet bag filled with precious gems. Wonderful. Let's get out of here, man. No objective. Return. New objective. Deliver the stones to Mr. Delilah and return to the seamstress place. Head back to the seamstress union. Yep. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the door into the seamstresses union. Heads raise, and the front room of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Coyote presses the rag to her clawed-up face. She winces, but manages to keep control as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than the shreds of meat and broken bone held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Mrs. Kubota is tending the bar by herself when Paco carries the mangled and bleeding Coyote into the union. As soon as the boss lady lays eyes on the missing bartender, the place gets quiet, fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote is the color of wet spackle, and there's something new in her eye, fear. This woman is face down hellhounds, but the sound of Mrs. Kubota has her staring at the floor and mumbling. Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kubota. I had a run that went bad. Soka! I can see that. Your arm is a mess. Was this your crusade again? Do not answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kubota. My apologies again. Cherry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Mrs. Kubota, I can't afford a cyber arm. I'm aware of your financial situation. When you are healed, we will discuss the concept of giri, the debt of honor. Now go, bleed elsewhere. Yes, ma'am. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her head to you. Domo arigato, Wolfulv. That girl is precious to me. It is not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You have performed a great service for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours while your work keeps you here. But we both know the words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it as a show of respect. I am honored, Mrs. Kubota. Thank you. You are most welcome, and I offer more than simple lodging. You will find that there is more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available exclusively for discriminating independent operatives like yourself. In it, you will find vendors selling the best gear the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyber dock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. My, you're quite the entrepreneur. Indeed. Normally, I require a percentage of the runner's income for the use of this facility, but as I said, you are family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play GAFFC on the piano. How else may I be of service? Is Mr. Delilah here tonight? Yes, Mr. Delilah is in the back. That's usually where he does business. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to SIM chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all this? I am a former runner. Now, I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Are any Johnsons or Fixers here tonight? In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Van Grass. He is often stage-side. Van Grass is most often a receiver of found articles, but he occasionally has work. Thanks, Mrs. Kubota. Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby. All at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota said you're a fixer? He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight. Sorry. I'm doing a thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey, guy. One more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment, tilts his head your way, but you can see he's still staring at his hood. I'm a fence too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. I need to finish this call. Perhaps another time? Okay. Okay, you asshole. Hey, Johnny Clean, what's going on? Johnny leans on his seemingly brand new mop and surveying the crowd at the Union. Hey, Johnny, I'm looking for where Cherry took Coyote. The piano is a little out of tune. Check it out. Where was Mr. Delilah? The hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impressively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening. I see Coyote is back, looking only a little worse for wear. We have you to thank for that. The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You feel protective over the people here. Immensely. Towards anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron. Unless they mean ill will, of course. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know. Or what they don't understand. You know where I can find a fence? I think Van Grass at the bar near the stage. Dwarf with a cyber eye. Can't miss him. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled in here after I awoke. What would that word be? After I awoke. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. Do you have to pay extra for the manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge more for, it's the blood under the fingernails. That's funny. I like it. Where did she say he was? I thought she said he was in the back. Unless she means the back, as in like in the piano back. Because I need to give because I need to meet everyone there. In fact, yeah, where the fuck, where are all my quests? I know I need to do that. What about giving the gems back? The piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built, but doesn't look like anyone has played it in earnest for almost as long. Inspect the piano. The piano seems normal until you notice that it's very rigid. Upon further investigation, it's because the piano is bolted to the wall. A close look at the floor reveals skid marks indicating that the piano slides to the left. Play GAFFC. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, the spark of a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides into the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. The entrepreneurial Mrs. Kubota has combined everything a runner might need into a one-stop shop experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and fully stocked cybersecurity dealership. Restore one teammate to life with... Okay, that's important. That is HP 20, that's HP 10. Okay. Well, we might as well keep it, since we can always just send shit to the stash later, right? Marvelous, marvelous. That's Dr. Castle, you say hey. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space whilst his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young elf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Agenon Halfdream. To ease your way through the Sixth World, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. So you sell spells. Good to know. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad right now or anything, but each one will help you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. This is all just the same stuff that I already bought, right? TB Gruberman. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight as they say, and the neatness this presents is only uncompromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. What exactly do you sell? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec, or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach safety and instructional course every weekend. This week, we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. What can I get you? What do you got? That's a SMG, shotgun. So how do I compare it against what I've currently got though? Oh, I guess it's that. The most common assault rifle in the world. And that is the same damage, the same range, but less capacity, so why would I want it? Why would I want it? I don't know. Should I buy myself a shotgun as well for... Nah, I'm sure I'll pick something up at some point. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eyes of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists, and if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer, or any gear you need? What's a deck? You jack into the Matrix, or in the context of a run, when you jack into the local node of a facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry and the firepower of your base Matrix attack. Decks have IPs. When a deck's IP is reduced to 0, you'll get booted from the system in Little Hurt. What's a program? A program in the Matrix allows you to defend your avatar against countermeasures and enemy deckers. There are a wide variety of different programs for attack and defense at different power levels. As you progress as a decker, you can use more powerful versions of these programs. What's an ESP? Johnny, you want to take this one? Sure. When you infiltrate a facility on a run, you have a team. When you jack into the Matrix, you're all alone. That's where ESPs come in. An ESP is a highly advanced artificial life program, which when you deploy it, manifests as another team member in the Matrix. Different types of ESPs have different abilities. So what do you have for sale? Just a whole bunch of Decker stuff. See you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me introduce you to our resident Decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls you saw him in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot as as hot and invisible as the most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. How's decking used? The decking skill is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have the option or the requirement to go into the local matrix LAN of the facility you're infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true you were part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade and he's been smart enough to not tell me. So, he sure as hell is not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. Okay, thanks, catch you later. Is there anyone else that I've missed? I'm still gonna see if I can find that fucking Dr. Arseface, whatever he's called. Mr. Delilah. Oi, talk to me. Hello? Why doesn't she want to talk to me? He needs to finish his call, that's fine. Like, it's not just me being blind, there's definitely no one here, right? He doesn't want me to go upstairs, that's fine. Okay. These guys were no one. Let's just do a real quick, like, spot check. I spoke to him already, I spoke to him already. I spoke to him already, I spoke to him already. I guess let's talk to Johnny Clean separately, just in case. Be careful out there. Okay, then we gotta do this. Make it quick, I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Tell me about the night Sam Watts died. Sam's dead? Jeez, guy, do you really think this is the time? How did he die? This is going to have to wait. This woman needs surgery now. Okay, hey, look at that little demon on her shoulder. That's cute. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to ask you to go sit in the waiting area. Watch some Trivid or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Take it easy, Coyote. We'll be here when you wake up. Who said anything about me going to sleep? Just give me something to bite on. You're tough, kid, but you're not that tough. Okay, Coyote, let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face. By being stupid, I'm going to keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty night. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used to quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanistic fetishes. This is sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, Perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely, if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Doc, and I gotta say, it was the same work you did on her. That was some work you did on her. Your talents may be going to waste down here. High praise for a simple arm swap, especially since she wouldn't let me repair her face. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Tell me about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if you move fast enough. So if you're bleeding out, one of these can get you back on your feet? Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is Doc Wagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. I see shamanistic fetishes. Are you a shaman too? While modern medical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I'm trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. What's on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after a surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Okay, nice. What cyberware do you have? Adds +3 to hits. Adds +6 HP. +2 armor, +1 body. Cyber legs, 8 HP and 1 quickness. I'd say we save up for some of those. Never mind. Oh, I did it. Marvelous. Find the medbay. That I think I found it, right? Do I just need to talk to Coyote, maybe? Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm, but now that the adrenaline is worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Doc Castle's magic healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Coyote looks genuinely sad. Look, about Sam. Yeah? I can't say I'm surprised he's dead. Sam was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about him. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. No accounting for taste. Sam made some bad jokes. Not when he was sober. He was chill and funny. I guess I knew him best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night, regular crowd as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing them back but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around. Can't remember why. So she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Drek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother. How he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Did he have enemies? Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies, at least none that I'm aware of. Where did he live? On the streets mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I last saw him. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whatever he could get his hands on. I wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. He was sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. All better, just like that. He said his mum helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need to talk to Mr. Delilah. I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. But I have the gems. What? Okay. Wait. What is that? Oh, that's the main quest. Okay. Yeah, let's go do the side quest first. Hey there, Mr. Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shotty on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them right. Does them himself. Yeah, gets things done and occasionally does them right. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? She's downstairs in the med bay. Got her arm torn off on the job. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? Wolf. He's Paco. Great. We're all introduced. Now give me my stones. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope in his eye, moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones. He stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble inscribed with Hebrew characters. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you're doing good, but you're late, and Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as a reward. Deal. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in. Listen. You look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. Looks like you impressed him. I know offense for those gems. Van Gas, follow me. Van Grass is fiddling with a cyber eye while noodling on his PDA. You're back. Still busy. What's your story? Charisma 3. I can see you're a busy man. He nods his head. That's right, and? So I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. You have his attention. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. You hear the servos in Van Grass's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Huh, where'd you get this dreck? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for him. I'll think about it. Suit yourself. Ready to unload those stones? Yes. Okay, give me your crit sticks. Okay, there we go. I feel like I could have got more, but I'm just not charismatic enough. Now let's go and investigate that bunk. Actually, now I've got enough to smash a couple of grand on... That's cybernetic, right? This one. Is it worth it for one quickness? Maybe not just yet, actually. Never mind. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that's seen a lot of wear. Look at the image on the photo. The image is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tight around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Written in a woman's hand are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, Summer 2040. You're back. I think the highlight of the Wolves game will be on soon. The Wolves game! Want to take a load off and watch it with me? You know someone named Jessica? Her brow furrows. No. Why? That's the name of Sam's sister. Jessica Watts. Yeah, he mentioned her once. It didn't sound like they got along that well. Your Konglet chips and the screen shows a smiling officer. Oh, English. Your comlink chips. And the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? But get here quick before McCluskey arrives. The image on your PDA dissolves. This is the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks. Take a cab to the NSTB warehouse. I guess what I want to know is, I paid the officer to give me information about the Ripper. But this clearly progressing the main story, right? So What would have happened if I didn't pay him? We're done for now, Buzz. Okay. Take a cab to the South Seattle docks. Yep. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle is your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and grey. The rain doesn't help the matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutter of the broken down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Hello, streetwalker. Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. I see. Halt! The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? I'm working with Lone Star on the crime scene investigation in the NTSB warehouse. Sure you are, and I'm Wolfulv, the King of Dragons. Beat it. Come on, dude. Get out of here. Not me, a friend of mine. I need you to have some fun with the guard by the fence. Alright? 20 buys you a 5-minute distraction. Then I've got to get back to work at it some real Neon. That's a big gun you have there. Am I missing something? What am I distracting him for? Ah. Hey, that's mine. Who raised you, a pack of wolves? That there lad is rightfully mine. I'm not taking it far, I just needed a little boost over the fence. Oh, you're breaking into the NTSB warehouse too? If you see any of them airplane blankets or pillows, snag me one. Okay. Right, I'm in. Let's see what we can see. A lot of garbage by the looks of it. A grenade. Send it to the stash. And then another grenade. I think that's it. Yes, I'll continue. Inside the large grey warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Right. I'm going to call it there, I think, and go and get myself some breakfast. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back either later or Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if I play D&D. I don't know. But hopefully I will see you there. Thanks very much for watching.